If you're new to the channel, welcome. If you're not new, welcome back. Today we are going to be continuing on with our Laravel e-commerce series, and we're going to be focusing on orders. We're also going to be adding our discounts to the Stripe payment. Now we already have our discount set up, but what I want to do is if we go to the app, services, Stripe payment gateway, you'll see here that we are putting a bunch of information into the metadata, but we're not actually including the coupon information, which I think would be good for the user. How we would handle that is up here. We're going to have a conditional. And in here, we're going to say session. If session has coupon, because that's something that we're passing in. If we look at the cart service, you'll see that we're passing in the session coupon name and the session coupon discount. And those are the values that we want to add to the Stripe payment so that they can see it on the other end. So now we're going to have two variables. One is going to be discount value, and the other is going to be the actual code itself. For the value, we're going to say session get coupon, the discount, and then we're going to divide it by 100. The code will be session get coupon, and then for this all we need is the name. If session has coupon, then we'll pass all that in. Else, the discount code will equal null. We'll just put that in as a string, and the discount value will equal 0. Okay, so now for our metadata, we can just go ahead and do discount equals discount code. We'll include the discount value. And then we'll just add the string of off to that. And this should be a comma, not a semicolon. Fantastic. That should be all set for that. We can close both of these now. So the things we'll need for this are migration, model, and a controller. This we'll just call order, and then we'll need a migration, and we can also add the controller to that. Let's start off with our database migration. We'll deal with the controller in a bit. So for this model, I'm going to go ahead and paste in some things so that you don't have to watch me type them out. And what we're looking for is a foreign ID for the user table. It's constrained. It's on delete cascade. We're looking for the confirmation number, billing email, billing name, name on card, all of the pretty much user details all together included. I haven't decided on what we're going to do with shipped yet. I might add something for that later. I'm keeping it here for now. Use it, don't use it, that's fine. I haven't made a plan for it just yet. So let's go ahead and start adding these to the order model. I'm just going to go ahead and copy these. So now in this order model, we're going to do protected, fillable, going to equal an array. And then we'll go ahead and paste those values in here. Okay, so now we have all of our values from our, fix that, from our migration now in here. Fantastic. So the first relationship that I want to set up is for the user. So we'll do a belongs to relationship where the order belongs to the user. And we don't need these. And I just want to import this. That's all this relationship is saying, that the order belongs to the user. And now if we go to the user model, we can do the inverse of that relationship. So this relationship is going to be as many, because a user can have many orders. And again, we don't need these extras. And let's make sure to import this. So the user model is done. The next relationship that I want to use for this order is for the products. So this products relationship is going to be a belongs to many, and that's going to be a table where the orders and the products both live on the same table, and then they're connected to the user. So the products are connected to the orders, and the orders are connected to the user. So this relationship will be belongs to many. Someone asked me before to go into further detail about these relationships. If that's something that you guys are interested in seeing, let me know down below, and then I might make a short series on the different relationships that Laravel has. If that's something that you might be interested in, just let me know. So now for the inverse of this relationship for the product, we need to do a belongs to many also. And this is going to be orders and order. Okay, great. The last thing that we need for this relationship to work is an order product model. Or sorry, order product migration. I think that's the syntax for it. Let's try it and see. Yeah, looks like it worked just fine. I forget because I haven't done these in a while. So for this, we just need, we can grab it from this one. It's for an ID. And we need two of them. One will be for the order ID. And the next will be for the product ID. The other value that I want to have in here is an unsigned big integer. And this I want for quantity. So for the default for this, I'm just going to leave it at 0. So this quantity will just essentially be a way for us to display how much of each product is in the order. Need to change this to 0. It's how much each product is in the order. And this value is actually going to be useful to us when we start deducting items from the product quantities. This is a value that we'll be able to use for that. We'll get to that later on, but just keep it there for now. So now we can close up all of these. And then let's head into the order controller. Actually, I do not like it like this. I like to have my default setting. So I'm going to go ahead and delete this. And we'll do PHP artisan make controller, and it'll be order controller. And the model equals order. And I'll also make this resourceful. Okay, so now we have all of the functions in here, just so I don't have to remember them off the top of my head. The only thing that I want to do here for right now is I want to get the page to display. We're going to create an orders folder, and in the orders folder, we're going to have an index. Okay, so let's go ahead and do that now. Okay, so we just need, I'll just do the default and get rid of the style, and this export needs to be different. This just needs to be from view. Other than that, my extension almost has it. Almost. So that's good for now. All I want to do is just, okay, and we also need a route. So we don't have any authenticated routes yet, which is fine. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is Basically the same thing. We're going to change this up later. I'm just going to leave it for now. And we're going to make this a group function, because we're going to have several routes for the authenticated users. That's all that this root group is saying, is that any route that we put in here is going to be part of, only the authenticated users are going to be able to access them. So for this, I'm going to call it root get. This one is going to be my orders. We're going to use that order controller. The function will be index. And the name will just be orders index. And I'm just going to grab this little title right here. I'm going to put one above here just so that we can keep it nice and clear. Auth users. Looks good. Fantastic. So let's try to go to this route. Because we have to be logged in. Okay, so let's go ahead and create a user. Okay, so we've been brought to the orders page, so you can see it right here. Fantastic. Now let's go ahead, close these out, and then let's run our migrations to make sure that those relationships aren't throwing up an error. Okay, fantastic. No error. So now this order controller, just to be clear, we're only going to be using two functions in here. One is the index and one is the show. The orders are going to list all of the orders for a particular user, an authenticated user. The show function is just going to display one order. So if we want to go and see an order from last year, whatever date or whatever it is, this will display the information for that one order. Everybody is going to get emails so that they can get their confirmation. But if they do not want to sign in or check in as a guest, then they are more than welcome to have their order. They'll have a record, a confirmation of their order. We'll take care of that later. In the checkout controller, that means that now in the store method or function, we can now go ahead and create another variable right after the payment service has gone through. We'll create another variable, we'll call it order, and then we'll say order equals user, orders, create, and then we'll open it up for an array. In that array, we're going to pass in a few things, and let's start with the items that are being displayed in our cart. I'm just going to grab all of these. We'll change them up in a bit. We're not going to use all of them. I just want to use them as reference. So we'll go ahead, paste that in, and make our changes. Now we don't need cart items or cart tax rate, and we need to change these to, maybe I can do it all in one swoop. Change those all to commas. Cart subtotal, discount code, we need all that. We'll change that up in a bit, and we don't need these last two. And here we can just change to some logic. I'll comment it out for now because we're going to change it later. But we could do new subtotal equals 0 if new subtotal is less than 0, else we'll just say null. Okay, that's good for now. Let's go ahead and import this cart. And then we're going to grab all of those variables that we had in the model. So I'm just going to copy them from here, save us a bit of time. And we'll put them right under this new total right here.
A few moments later.
For the most part, they're going to all be requests. So in here, since we are attaching the order to the users, we don't need to add this user ID here. And the confirmation number will be the confirmation number that we're pulling in from right up here, this confirmation, the string UUID. And this, I just want to bring it down below. Okay, so the billing email will be request email, name on card, address, actually, this isn't the request discount. This is just the discount. We just made the variable up top, right up here. These are the variables we're going to pull in. So the discount code will just be code, and the subtotal will be the cart subtotal. The tax will just be the tax. The total will just be the new total. And the new tax, this will actually be the new tax. And we won't need this one from up here for now. For shipped, we'll just say false. It's a Boolean. Shipped is a Boolean, so we're just going to start it off with false. Fantastic. Oh, actually, I do need that tax. I messed that up. So, tax, cart, new tax, that's fine. Okay, so the billing subtotal is the cart subtotal. The billing tax is the new tax. Billing total is the new total. And then shipped, once again, is false. That cleared up our errors. And get rid of this request so we can use the variables. And now we're good. Now we just need to use the order. Fantastic. So under this order, I'm just going to shrink this down a little bit so we can see it better. Okay, so here we'll do for each part instance default content as item. We'll say that product equals product find, and then we'll be looking for the item model ID. And so now after this, we'll do order products attach because we have that belongs to many relationship. And here we're going to add the product. And for now, that's good. So now we can go ahead and pass in the response order equals, and then we'll pass in an array. Remember, we have the order variable up here, and that's what we're passing in that whole array of information that we just brought in. So the first one is going to be the confirmation number, billing subtotal, billing tax, billing discount code, billing discount, because this is going to be the stuff that we end up displaying in our confirmation page as well. And one more, billing total. And the last thing that we're going to be passing in are the items. That needs to be a comma, not a semicolon. So now that's done, we can go to the checkout page. And in our data properties, we can add, where can we put it? Let's see, right here. We'll say orders. And this orders is going to be an object. So then when we go ahead and we click process payment, and we get ready to send in our Axios request right here. So axios.post. I just want to console log it out for now. So response.data.order. Did I put order or orders? Order. And let's double check that in the controller. Order. Okay, well, let's give this a try and see how it goes. But from here, we'll just go to the shop. We'll add an item into the cart. I'll open up the inspect tools. We'll go to the console, secure checkout, form filler, but we do need that user's email. Go ahead, paste that in. Okay, now it looks like it went through. We have our billing discount, which we didn't have anything in there, confirmation number. We have our list of items. Everything looks good. Fantastic. So we got the information coming through. But if you take a look here, right where this pivot is, this is where that order product pivot table is. And we have the order ID, the product ID, but we also put in the quantity. We need to get that sorted. If you take a look at the order product table that we just made, you see here that we have quantity. So the first thing that we can do here is we'll go to that order table or that order model. And then where we are attaching the relationship of the user, we can do with pivot quantity to make sure that we input that into our pivot table because we don't have a way of doing it yet. Okay, so let's close out these tables now. And in this checkout controller, when we're attaching the products, we can also pass in that quantity. And the quantity that we want to pass in is the item quantity. Let's give that one more try and make sure that we're getting that value. Go ahead, refresh. Make sure we added in that user, that authenticated user. Okay, and in our console log, we'll go to items. And the first item has a pivot. And as you can see, now we have that quantity in here. And if we go to our Stripe and head down, we can see the information that we put in. If you remember early on, we added the discount. It's null and it's $0 off. So that was added in here. And the rest of the information is the same because we already set this up when we set up Stripe. But I just wanted to show you how to get the orders in for the users, to get the order information in for our app. Even though we already have it in Stripe, we have it within our database to know exactly what items. This way we can deal with our own quantities. This way we can customize whatever we need to customize. So now our store function has gotten a lot bigger yet again. And what I want to do is I want to take this order and I want to create a service for it. Okay, and we'll do the same like we did with the cart service, where we just grab all this and inject it into this controller. So I'm going to cut it out of here. I'm going to go down to the services folder. I'm going to create one called order service. And in here, we'll add our PHP. We'll add our namespace. We'll add the class, which is order service. The function that I'm going to call it is just all. I know, very original. Let's see. And what are the things that we need? Well, first we need our semicolon. Let me just do this. A couple of things that we need here. After this new text, we need to return an array. And we'll just put all this stuff up in there. One of the first things that we need is the request. So we can go ahead and pass that in through up here. And the next thing is the confirmation number. We also need to import this cart variable right here, the facade. And that should be good. But we don't need this anymore because it's no longer in an array there. So now we need to take this service and inject it into the controller. So right after this one, we'll do order service and we'll call it order service. And that should have been imported up top for us. Can get rid of that. Order service is injected right here, or it's imported right here. Okay, so now let's head down. We have it right there. This is where we're calling it. And so now here where we do user orders create, we can just inject order service. We can use that function all. Is that what I called it? All. Okay, there it is. All. And then here we just need to pass in the request and the confirmation number. Everything else should work the same. We have added more functionality and removed a bunch of code. So let's try this and see if now this all works. Okay, so everything seems to have gone through. We have our confirmation number. We have all of the information that we need, the items, the pivot, the quantity, all of that information is the same. And if we go ahead and check the database, we have this order product table, and you can see we have quantity. You can see this is the first one that we did with the 0 quantity, but it has the product ID, it has the order ID. And as far as our orders are concerned, we have 3 of them. These are the confirmation numbers with the billing email, billing name, all of the fields that we had the user put in, and no discount code or anything, but it all looks good. And we haven't subtracted the products yet. It's because that's a simple thing for us to do, and I want to make sure that we can keep using products without having to keep remigrating the tables. If you're enjoying the content, please go ahead and click that like button, as it really does help out the channel. I'm going to leave links in the description, including the playlist, so that you can catch up on all of the videos in this Laravel e-commerce series. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.